Well, at the Port of Virginia, they are already feeling the impacts of tariffs. Goods coming off the ships are expected to go down.
But during today's State of the Port, the company's CEO says Virginia is still in a good position. Emily Harrison explains.
While celebrating the Port of Virginia's economic investments and sustainability practices, the port CEO, Stephen Edwards, also addressed the undeniable impacts of tariffs.
I'm going to acknowledge a certain elephant, or what I would call an ultra-large container ship in this room, and that's a word called uncertainty.
Edwards says the Port of Virginia has seen the impacts of tariffs firsthand, but in a limited way. Chinese goods only make up roughly 20% of all imported and exported goods at the Port of Virginia. Unlike the West Coast, Edwards says the Port of Virginia's biggest trading partner is actually the European Union.
May, towards the back end of May, will be the first ships that arrive in our port, which will have China tariff cargo on them. They will have less cargo on them. So there will be less cargo arriving at the end of May, but it won't be the steep drop-off that you're seeing on the West Coast.
But Edwards says they are still expecting less overall volume of goods throughout May and into June. While 13 News Now spoke to Edwards, President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK, slashing tariffs on UK steel and cars. Edwards says it's the unpredictability of the tariffs that is impacting business.
Just the fact we now have certainty with a trading partner is good for everybody. What we all asking for is some certainty so that we can say, how do we go about planning our businesses?
Edwards says at this point, there are no plans to lay off any employees, but the situation is fluid, and he has faith that the Port of Virginia will prosper. Emily Harrison, 13 News Now.
According to the National Retail Federation, imports into the U.S. are expected to fall at least 20% by the end of this year.
And you can see the entire State of the Port presentation as it happened on 13 News Now Plus. Just download the streaming platform to your smart TV for free.